not in response, something completely different.
Oh, okay, it's no problem at all. We'll move on to the next question.
I mean, just one added thought. I don't think the university works with tobacco companies. So there's a point, I think, about the ethics of working with organisations where you know that if you use the products, you ultimately need to have a certain end. But as I say, technology companies, a whole wide range of technologies, for example in the defence industry, that might also be used in space exploration, might be used for good, strong social purposes. It's really difficult and big, important ethical questions there.
Thanks very much. Okay, so we have a new question coming through.
Good evening. My name is Sanaz Raji. 3 years ago, I was a PhD scholar at the Institute of Communication Studies. My life was turned upside down when, in August of 2011, 2 weeks before the start of the 2011-2012 academic year, my research scholarship was pulled without the requisite 4-week notice as indicated in the terms and conditions of my scholarship and in the research student handbook. As a result, I have not been able to complete my PhD. I took my case for an internal review by the university and had to wait up to a year for a final decision to be made. As an international student, the university put me in a precarious immigration limbo by their needless delays in making this decision. I believe the University of Leeds was trying to exhaust me in such a manner that I would give up. But I am here to say that I have not given up, nor do I intend to. My campaign, Justice4Sanaz, has received support far and wide from a variety of leading scholars and activists, including Baroness Hala Afshar, who herself is a professor emeritus at the University of York, which is down the road. I had the support of 3 student unions, Bradford, King's College London, and Royal Holloway, in addition to world-renowned academics like Professor Hamid Darbashi and filmmaker and academic Dagmar Schultz. Sir Langlands, for my dreadful experience and the experiences of many other international students I have come across at the University of Leeds, I have come to see time and time again that the University of Leeds is not interested in international students, they just want us for our money. Many of us paying up to £12,000 and up for our degrees. We are essentially treated as cash cows so that the university can pay your 6-figure salary. Meanwhile, we see our lecturers suffer under 0 contract hours. We ourselves suffer when the university colludes with UKBA surveillance on us, or when the university brings cops on campus to rough up student dissent against the rampant neoliberalization that's causing so much strain for us these days. Despite the cuts that are currently happening at the University of Leeds, the Institute of Communication Studies has spent something up to £2,000 to change the name of the school to the School of Media and Communication Studies. Students at the Institute of Communication Studies have said to the Leeds Student newspaper very recently how angry they are that the money is being spent to change the name of an institution when it should be done to improve facilities and teaching. As Guardian columnist Richard Seymour has said concerning my case, of course academics are rank closing, bureaucratic bullying, and the intimidity of the officials and student structures are hardly novel aspects of the neoliberal era. But in the higher education system expands in a neoliberal way, the stratification of students by class, race, gender, and nationality is bound to produce routine injustices. When you continue to stand by and protect the Institute of Communication Studies, you aren't standing for intellectual enlightenment or even fairness, but rather you are standing for a corporatized educational structure that is patently designed to chew up students and spit them out without any prospects or even gainful employment. You should be ashamed.
Okay, so you have no question?
I have no question, that's all I want to say.
That's okay.
From now on, thank you very much, but we will only take questions this afternoon. So please, if you'd like to ask any questions,
I mean, I think
if you'd like to respond,
since she's
please
had
feel
her
free
say,
to.
I mean, 2 points. One is the nature of your prepared statement suggests you come here with a particular cause. It's very personal to you. I I'm aware of some of the circumstances relating to your case. I suspect you haven't told the whole story in the short time.
But neither have you. But neither have you.
But I have,
Neither have you.
I have no requirement to tell the whole story, and I think the reason that I probably shouldn't respond in detail tonight is I think this is an issue that could well be subject to legal proceedings and therefore inappropriate to comment. I would say that I think this is a university that takes student complaints and concerns very seriously, and that...
Okay, if that's the case, what about teaching?
Could Sir Alan please have his say? Sorry, if you have your say, this is an opportunity for all students to answer questions, and although you have had your say about an individual case, we need to try and keep this about all students at the university, and Sir Alan is trying to give you a response, so please do let him have his say.
I think we believe in fairness, I think we believe in diversity, and I think we have evidence to suggest that both our UK students and our international students feel that they have good experience here and they're well treated by the university. Now, I understand that there will be cases where there are complaints, maybe even legitimate complaints, but I think your case is extremely complex and detailed, and it's slightly unfair to tell only part of the story.
Well, it's unfair to make me destitute. It's unfair to make me destitute and be ashamed.
We will continue this at another point because it's not relevant for today, unfortunately. This is for all
It is
students.
relevant. It affects all students at the university campus.
Of course, but we will continue this at another time. Thank you. We'll move on to